Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media. And of course, we've already done a video on tonight's NXT. That's up on the channel. So we're going to focus on other things. News coming in about Raw that the opening segment last night reportedly went 10 minutes longer than planned. And it left the company scrambling with the rest of the show. Now, Mitchell, thank you. That coming from Brian Alvarez. I think that's really interesting because a lot of people said they felt that the show kind of felt a bit weird. Pacing seemed to be a little bit off. Segments seemed to be a little bit longer or shorter than what you would expect. So to find out that we had some problems during the opening kind of went a long way to explain that, right? So I thought that was really interesting. Someone else that thought this was interesting was Hurricane Helms, Shane Helms, who works backstage. He says, OMG, we were so scrambled. I think the scrambled word has triggered him, right? We were so scrambled. It was unreal. There was yelling and screaming. There was monkeys swinging off of chandeliers. The humanity. So he's obviously having fun there, kind of like saying, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm not sure the word scrambled quite fits it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that the opening segment going 10 minutes longer than planned. Right, bit of bad news here. Ryder, thank you. So obviously it is just a few days before Smackdown. And this is where we are with ticket sales. Just over 5,000 tickets sold for Smackdown. Smackdown. I'm not talking NXT, right? I'm talking Smackdown. So 5,000. It's currently set up for 6,000. But if you was to count all the seats that are on this map, right? Seats on map 14,200, right? Last time we did this venue, we did nearly 10,000. And obviously we're going to sell some more tickets the closer we get to the show, but to be on just over 5,000 with just a few days left to go, really not good. Currently the cheapest ticket is $43. I mean, I think that price has probably come down, right? I don't know that it's been that cheap all throughout, but yeah, honestly, not a good sign, is it? Not a good sign at all. And that's not for a show in months and months' time. That's like Smackdown on Friday, November 7th, right, from Greenville. Currently set up for 6,000 and we can't even sell that. We're currently on 5,100. They've sold 300 tickets in the last 3 days. So it just shows that it's so slow, so difficult at the moment in regards to viewership and ticket sales. We know this time of year can be challenging, though. People are obviously setting their sights on Christmas, the holidays. So, you know, but I don't want to be making excuses there. That's still really, really low. Okay, wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. This is interesting. So this is after Raw. This is Bron Breaker making it very, very clear he doesn't trust Logan, right? Paul Heyman's more interested in the cameraman, though. Hopefully we'll get away with this because you can just hear Logan's entrance music. If it gets a bit too bad, I'm going to have to mute it. But I think it's worth just hearing Bron saying how he doesn't trust him. He even says it to Bronson Reed, right?
I don't trust him. Okay? Hey, just so we're clear. I do not trust him. Okay? We're out through. Hey, look at this guy. Look at this. No. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Right there. Get away.
Okay, it wasn't too bad, actually. So, yeah, we're off duty. Hey, look at this guy. So he's trying to turn the camera onto the cameraman. Cameraman was not having it, was he? I don't know what was going on at the end there. But I thought it was really interesting how Bron was really getting across to Heyman and to Bronson. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Obviously referring to Logan Paul. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, I've not seen any update in regards to this. I don't think they've split, but this is from AAA, and again, just need to be a little bit careful. So, Edward, thank you. So, this was from AAA. There you can see Berto and Angel, and a little bit of arguing going on. Look, Angel actually backs away, walks away. Berto goes out after him, right? And just sort of looks at him. And walks off, leaving Berto. Now, I don't think they've split, but clearly there's tensions and issues there. And it certainly seems like they're teasing something. So it could be that we could be seeing Los Garza actually separate him, which honestly, I'm not down on. I kind of feel like they're going absolutely nowhere. So that would not be a problem for me if they did separate that team. Maybe we could get some more out of Berto, for example. I seem to remember Angel doing really well on his own as well. So, don't know. It's certainly something to keep an eye on. Okay, next we'll go over to the other folder. Shakeem, thank you. Shakeem says, you've got to be loving this. I am loving this. I haven't actually read this book yet, but I think this is going to be really interesting. This, of course, is Demolition, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Well, Smash has written a new book. I have not seen it yet, but I'd be very interested in it because he's had a very interesting career. Of course, he was Smash, but then also he would go on to be Repo Man. So let's just jump in and see what... they just seem like a couple of really nice old guys, don't they? So let's check in and see what Demolition are saying.
Hello, everybody. I'm Demolition Smash, Barry Darso, and this is Axe. I just want to thank everybody that bought the book on Amazon. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait for the rest of you people to read my little story here. What do you think?
Hey, it's fantastic. It starts out the high school days, Grandma B's, early wrestling, all the way up to...
A couple of stories about Mr. Perfect and Murray the Cat.
Fantastic read. Fantastic. You got to get it.
Amazon.
There we go. Amazing. I really do want to check that out. I bet it's really, really good. Right, we spoke about this during the NXT watch-along. I think this is obviously really disappointing, really frustrating, but I think there's quite a bit to kind of break down with it, right? So, Silverback, thank you. So, if we jump in and just have a look at this, let's get it full screen or as big as we can make it. There we go. This is Ridge Holland, who, of course, didn't have his contract renewed. So his contract came to an end. And because he was injured, WWE maybe had already decided that they weren't going to renew his contract anyway. They've just kind of parted ways. But the problem is he's injured. He picked up an injury when he was kind of working one of his last matches. And, he can't work. So how is he meant to make any money? So he said, I never thought I would not be able to pay my mortgage. I feel like I've just been hung out to dry after getting injured working for another company on behalf of WWE. Add to that my contract not being renewed, knowing that I wouldn't be able to wrestle for 7 months. This is brutal. Yes, they are taking care of the surgery and the physical therapy, but let's be honest, that's the bare minimum after what we sacrifice for the company. Plus the possibility of having to get my neck fused too. Talk about getting totally effed. I mean, I really feel sorry for him, genuinely. I think that, if he was to take this to court, it could fall in his favor, right? Because there is obviously a duty of care. WWE might argue that they are looking after him by paying for the surgery and the physical therapy, but he still can't work. So how is he meant to make any money? WWE might turn around and go, look, that's just not our problem. But I think that's really bad PR. That's a really bad look to kind of take that approach when, they are a very, very rich company. I don't know why they can't just pay him like, I don't know, 100,000, something like that. Like, even if it wasn't what he was earning, I don't know what his mortgage is, right? But can no one pick up the phone and just see if there's a way of kind of, sorting something to give him some more support? Obviously, they've been very kind with this aspect. They kind of need to be. But is there nothing more that can be done? Like, the problem you've got, though, is if you help Ridge, Luke Menzies, right, then, of course, anyone else that gets released and they're injured at that time and they can't work, they will turn around and go, well, you helped him, so why aren't you helping me? Like, if you don't help me, that'll be discrimination. And then, of course, you end up going down those roads. So it's like, it's messy. It's really messy. I'll be very interested to see kind of what comes out of this. So there we go. Ridge Holland, Luke Menzies really suffering and struggling at the moment. Okay, next up, let's come off full screen. We don't need it now. Robbie, thank you. So, Cody Rhodes says that we have just scratched the surface with The Rock. as the final boss. He came back at a very tumultuous WWE a year or so ago, decided that I'm going to create a new character, even though I'm already one of the greatest characters, that being the final boss. And we're only just scratching the surface with the final boss. There is something incredibly special there, says Cody. So Cody thinks that there could be more from The Rock, from the final boss. And I'd be surprised, to be honest, if there wasn't. He's on the board as soon as he's available. I'm sure he will want to make his presence felt. If he comes back, I'm thinking it's going to be as the final boss. Definitely feels like the story with Cody is not done. And I really feel like we need to do Rock Roman as well. So I agree with Cody. I think there's definitely still more to explore. I think we're all kind of just waiting for him to return, you know? It definitely doesn't feel like his work is complete. But of course, his schedule is just so busy. Then we got this from Bayley, and I didn't quite get all of this, to be honest. So, Kanon, thank you. But I thought it was worth including because it kind of talks about big themes that might connect to her character. So this super full moon is realigning your life. You're feeling pulled to slow down. The world around you might seem loud, but your inner voice is asking for stillness. This is the universe helping you realign with your natural rhythm, reminding you that peace isn't found in rushing forward. It's found in being fully present. Old patterns are surfacing for closure. You might notice emotions or habits returning from the past. They're not here to stay. They're here for you to better understand them. This is life offering you the awareness that you need to move forward without carrying what once weighed you down. A new foundation is forming. This super full moon marks a moment of inner stability, returning after months of transformation. You are no longer who you were, and that is the point. You are realigning with the life that was always meant for you. And, you know, that really fits the character, doesn't it? We've seen a lot of those kind of old Hugger Bayley kind of catchphrases and emotes kind of coming back out again. And so I can't tell if this is Bayley the person sharing this because she's going through like a spiritual journey, or if this is connected to the character. But I thought it was interesting enough just to include here. Right, and then we've got this from Grayson. So Grayson was just talking about CM Punk. He was on Chris Van Vliet. He's like, he was really looking forward to Punk coming back. He was really looking forward to coming over. He was thinking, this is going to be fun. What Punk are we going to get? And then we got this really soft Punk. So I want to find out who the real Punk is. He's really helpful backstage and super nice. I'm either going to be really disappointed that he's softened and this is the new Punk and he's just a really nice guy now, or the real Punk is hiding in there and I want to bring it out. That's what I want to do. I guess I was ready to fight him backstage. I thought that's what we were going to do. I thought this is going to be sick. Like he's going to start causing chaos. Like he's going to beat up the little flops backstage again. But now he's just a nice guy, and he's helpful to everyone. He helps everyone in NXT. That's not the Punk I love. I want to bring it back out, so I'm going to get that opportunity. I've told him to his face, there's going to be a day where I'm standing across the ring from you with a microphone, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about you, and I want you to tell me exactly what you think about me. Mate, this could be a fire feuds. I mean, I know that, like, you don't really think Grayson when you think about future opponents for, or I don't, but, you know, Grayson is a really good talker, and he's really got some personality, and he's all right in the ring, you know? Maybe his presentation could do with a little bit of work, because he was in A-Town Down Under, now he's in the New Day. You just never quite know what you're getting with Grayson, right? So maybe there's a bit of work needed there. Always a bit of work needed in ring. Everyone can always improve in ring, but I'm definitely down for that promo exchange. I don't think Grayson gets buried like we saw Austin Theory getting buried, so that could be really fun. Don't know when we'll get to it, but that could be really fun. Okay, let's go into the fun folder. Kanon, thank you. Here we've got Asuka just showing off some new face paints. Don't know if we've seen this one before. It's a little bit like something you would see out of Batman or something like that, you know. It's good. It looks really good. Don't know if that's going to make it onto TV, but yeah, it looks really good. Right, this might be tricky. Johnny, thank you. just because it's footage. It's just a bit of sloppiness from this main event match, right? And there's just an account here that's doing a little bit of like do-si-do type music, right? And you can see like they're just getting a little bit stuck, trying to go over, go for a clothesline. You can see Punk's like, what the hell? And this is not long after he just had to deal with Jay and that net breaker spot, right? So, you know, he's had to deal with Jay, who like couldn't get the neck breaker spot. Now he's having to deal with Bron Breaker, and we've got all this kind of stuff going on where there's just real like miscommunication, and it's just messy in it. It's just off. I mean, look, it happens. It happens. This kind of stuff happens. But, I mean, obviously, it's not ideal, is it, when it's, like, the main event? So, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those. Let's have a look at some of the comments, shall we? See what people are saying. The gap in experience is pretty massive between Jay and Bron. To all the people saying Bron is still learning, he's in WWE and on live TV. In the ring with the current world champ. You're not learning in that position. You should be performing. Nothing more ironic than botching repeatedly whilst wearing the phrase "the future." I like that. I was trying to find a good comment for us to end on. I think we just found it. I think we found it. Muggsy, shout out to you. Yeah, I didn't know where to include this. It's just a little moment from NXT, but I played it, and yeah, it lives rent-free in my head now, right? So this was Zarya just saying that she would love to face John Cena, and then Sol Ruka just does John Cena's music, right?
I love me some John Cena. Do 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 do. I love me some John Cena. Do 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 do. I love me some John Cena. Do 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 do. I love me some John Cena. Do 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 do.
I think she says, I would love me some John Cena. I don't know if she means like, you know, on a date. Or if she means like, I'd love to get in the ring with him. I'd love me some John Cena. And then you got Sol going, do 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 do.
I love me some John Cena. Do 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 do.
I don't know why it just lived rent-free in my head for a bit. So I thought I'd include it. So Muggsy, thank you. Guys. Trinidad flag guy, yeah? Trinidad, you know, the true leader of the WWE fans. Not green shirt guy, yeah? Trinidad flag guy. Without a beard. What the hell? What the hell? Who's this guy? Who is this guy? What the hell? Yeah, there's Trinidad flag guy that we all know and love. Beardless. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that was possible. So, Johnny, thank you. That was truly shocking. Johnny finding some really good stuff for us. So, Johnny, doing great work. So, this one doesn't mean anything to me, right? But I have seen that apparently woke is back. That is trending. And I'm told it's all to do with Zoran Mamdani. He knows ball. Here he is vibing to Cult of Personality when CM Punk made his entrance in 2021. I don't know. I've never seen Mamdani, right? No idea. So I don't know who it is. But apparently he must be a wrestling fan because here he is in 2021, which has only just dawned on me. Punk wasn't in WWE in 2021. He was in AEW. So is this AEW footage? Are you telling me that Zoran Mamdani is an AEW fan? It's all gone woke. It's all gone woke. That's really what you voted for, New York. An AEW sicko. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a now I'm angry. Now I'm angry. Yeah? Recount. Are we sure he won? I don't think he did. I think he cheated. False. Fake votes. Fake news. He's a sicko. Thank you, Dave. Right, let's go over, shall we, to thanks. And let's get out of here. So, Dark Phoenix tease, Larry, the Wrestling Warrior, Sub Hodeep, Metal Forever, the Elite Pro Wrestling Forum, Edwards, Mr. T1000, It's Kaz, Wrestling's biggest fan, Chanel, Chris, Silverback, Claire, Wrestling Voids, Sweet Chin Wrestling, The Wrestling Warrior, and who's hiding down there? Big Bam. Oh, there we go. And Claire. There we go, guys. Really appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Unseen. We'll be back tomorrow with our Evolve Watch Along. And of course, we'll have another episode of Unseen for you. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.